Google, YouTube, TikTok. Are you using the top 3 most visited sites to market your business? If you're not, today we're going to get you on the bandwagon. You're going to join us. You're going to hop on this wild ride, and we're going to Google, YouTube, and TikTok town, baby. That was a really weird open. Well, we're just going to roll with it. Let's go. Let's do it. Hello and welcome back to The Content Box, the podcast that is your full-service marketing solution. My name is Matt Tompkins of Two Brothers Creative. I am joined here by my incredible, amazing, spectacular, rainbow-licious co-host, the one and only Tracy Winkler.
Well, hello, everyone, and hello, Matt.
What was that?
That's just my hello today.
You know, I mean, props to Tracy Winkler here for a minute, okay? Props to Tracy Winkler. She's like legit, you know, like she was born into this like, you know, billion-dollar family, Bosselmans, this empire. You could have gone a lot of different ways with your life.
I know, and here I am with you, Matt.
I don't know why you chose me, but thank you. No, but seriously.
Because you call me Rainbow-licious.
You are. You're like, you're awesome. Like, Tracy is a unicorn. We joke around. We say we're unicorns. It's rare to find people that are just all of the things. All the things.
The package, the whole package.
It's like you can't even describe it, you know? I mean.
But really, it's not about us.
It is not about us, but I just want to say kudos to you because you're here to help today. You're here to help us with where we need to be. You are our guide in this marketing adventure.
On the side.
We look around this landscape. We see all these different platforms. You got to do this. You got to do this. This could have cost $4,000 here, $4,000 here, $4,000 here, and it's like your mind is blowing. You're spending all this money, and you're not getting any results. And I think maybe it's time we take a step back, maybe 2. Maybe 3.
We're going to take 3 steps back because we're going to be talking about 3 different sites.
Let's slow down. Let's slow our roll. All right.
Slow the roll.
In past episodes, we talked about social media marketing. Pick one platform, dominate that one platform. You know, you determine that by the platform you spend the most time on and that your ideal customer spends the most time on. Now, we're going to take a slightly different look here now. We're going to look at websites, search engines. Now, we should probably qualify just a second. What is a search engine?
That's a great question because we were kind of talking about this before the episode. And is it a search engine? Is it a search site? Is it a platform?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's different ways that each person looks at this.
Yeah.
So let's start off with, what was the first thing you said? Did you say search engine?
Yeah, so search engine. So now technically on the back end, what we actually call them is a directory. All right. Now, this is meaningless to kind of the public facing world, but like
just the mats of the world.
If we pull back the curtain and I welcome you into Nerd Town, we call them directories. All right. So we manage these directories. You have what's called directory listings. And this is something that if you have a company who's managing that, like, are you on Yelp? Are you on Bing.com? Is your business listed? Is your address listed? Is it updated? Is it correct? This is important, right? So you can show up on all these things. Now, Google business.
Google's the guy.
Profile, it's about 80% maybe of your website traffic, but that other 20%, like it's there. You don't want to miss out on it. So all these things are directories. Facebook, Instagram, they're all directories. Now, if you notice when you go to even like if you're listening on Apple Podcasts here or Spotify, there's a little search bar. It's a little magnifying glass. You can type in whatever you want to search for, right? That is a search engine. Every platform is a search engine. And we have to, 2 things we have to adjust our mindset on that are big shifts in marketing. Every platform is a video platform. Every platform is a search engine.
Why do you say every platform is a video platform?
Because video is where everything is going. Everything, if you don't have video, let me compare it to this. Probably 5-10 years ago, like if you didn't have a website, you didn't exist.
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
Now, if you're not putting out video, you don't exist. Video is everything. I mean, I can go through the statistics and the analytics, like 70% higher return. If they're going to buy a product, people won't even view a product. They won't even consider buying it unless there's a video attached to it. I mean, there's crazy statistics that back all of this up. The engagement, everything that these platforms want, it's all built off video. And it's only become more prevalent. You have to be doing video. Trick is you have to be doing hyper-focused video, like good content, solid content.
So let me go back. In Google, you said you gave a statistic of 80%.
Yeah, it's about 80% of all sites, maybe 85%.
Okay. So then is that where YouTube comes in next?
Well, so YouTube, YouTube is a search engine, right?
Yes.
It's similar to Google, but YouTube is the number 2 most visited website right behind Google. So the order I listed them off at the beginning of the episode, Google's number 1, number 2 is YouTube, and YouTube's like, they're about ready to like flip-flop. Like YouTube is climbing. And then you have TikTok, And number 3, TikTok is the number 3 most visited website on planet Earth.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok, yes. And TikTok is an area, and like I want to do an episode in the future where we just dive into TikTok because it is kind of a whole new beast. It's different. It's also, there's a lot of similarities. I like TikTok. You have a little more freedom in using hashtags and being more deliberate with some of the things on the back end. Like on YouTube, for example, if I upload like I upload a YouTube short, like I can be very intentional with the keywords I use, the description I write, the tags, and all these different things, right? And TikTok gives you some of those options too. Facebook, Instagram, kind of not so much.
Okay, so, and I just used TikTok the other day for searching. I was looking for specific videos and specific styles, and it was very similar to, Google and YouTube when looking for those videos. And I was really impressed with that. And so where do you see businesses going now? If that's number 3 to be using, what do you think about that? And where's that, where's that leading to, I guess?
It seems like it's tough. It seems like it's this big problem that we have to solve. I got to be on Google. I got to be on YouTube. I got to be on TikTok. But we did the whole content box episode, like figure out a system that works. All right. So here's a quick, easy solution. What does Google want? Let's start there. What does Google want? What does YouTube want? What does TikTok want?
Yeah.
Right. Google wants you to be posting 2 blogs per month on your website. They want you updating your website, like your homepage, maybe once a month. They want you updating your Google business profile, adding a photo, adding a video, making an update of some kind at least once a week.
Right.
All right. That's like the minimum requirements that Google wants. All right. So if you're doing all those things, you're good. Now, YouTube is going to want widescreen video probably once a week. Widescreen would be like your, 1920 by 1080p pixel format there. And then you're going to want YouTube Shorts. I am going to recommend a daily YouTube Short strategy because that is most effective. That's where we've seen the best results. YouTube in particular, the YouTube Shorts, the algorithm just performs better compared to like Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. It's just night and day difference with a daily strategy. Daily strategy doesn't seem quite as potent on the Facebook, Instagram world for engagement. You have to be more intentional, more specific with the videos that you're creating as far as the substance goes, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, what about TikTok then? What kind of strategy are you suggesting for the future? TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok is very hands-on. So like TikTok, I'm going to recommend a daily strategy. And I'm going to wrap all this together in a nice tight little bow for you because I'm listing off all these things you have to do. And your mind is probably
tactical. But
your mind is probably going, where am I going to find the time to do that, right?
Well, yeah.
But I have a solution.
Yeah, okay, good. Because...
And it's not hire us. I mean, you can, but I have a practical solution.
Well, that was where my head was like, okay.
But TikTok, daily strategy as well. Going to be very intentional with our tags, with our hashtags, and who are tagging in this video, locations, and that sort of thing.
When you're doing a vertical video, you can use it both. You can use it on YouTube and TikTok. Yep. Are those natively uploaded though? Yeah.
So you want to post all your video content native to the platform. Don't use a third-party scheduler except for posts. Like posts, you can kind of get away with a little bit of flexibility there. This is mainly for your video content. So I should just clarify that. Like don't post any video content unless you're posting native to the platform, especially YouTube. There's just so many different boxes and things you got to check off. You're going to lose all the potential. It's going to be gone if you schedule it through Hootsuite and don't do all those things. So Tracy, here's kind of it's like a simplified version of the content box.
I want to hear this.
All right. So first you're going to go to Google's, they have a keyword research tool,
Yep.
Find questions people are asking, find keywords that are ranking. You got to do a little bit of homework, but then you pick a topic. All right. Sit down in front of your computer, make sure you're well lit, make sure you got a good camera. I think Myron's producing the podcast here. Myron, could you please include maybe a link in the show notes here for the camera we recommend, the microphone we recommend? Is that cool? Can I get a thumbs up on that in the control room? All right, he gave me a thumbs up. All right, so in the show notes, we're going to have links to these things for you, okay? We don't make any money off of it. It's just a
courtesy.
You want to look good, you want to sound good, bottom line. Okay. Don't just throw something up. Don't do it on your phone. You can't do it on your phone. Just make sure you're well lit and you look good, sound good. Sit down and I want you to do a 5-minute rant on a video. All right. 5-minute thing, your tips, your practical advice on whatever it is you researched. You answer that one question. That's all you got to do. Sit down, answer one question in 5 minutes. All right. Now you're going to take the video, trim it up. Boom. You got your long form video. Then you're going to go to opus.io, I believe, right? Is it IO? Yes. Opus.io. Opus is a platform you can upload a video and it'll chop it up into shorts for you. It'll put the animated titles on, boom, 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 boom. Now you got your YouTube shorts. Now you got your TikTok shorts. Now you're going to go native to the platforms. You're going to schedule these out. Then you're going to take the widescreen video. You're going to run a transcript of it. We use Sonics.ai as the platform where you pay, but it's pretty cheap. Download the transcript. All right. Now I want you to take that transcript and I want you to go into Gemini and I want you to ask it to write a blog article focusing on those keywords you researched at the beginning. Based on that transcript, boom, it's got your first draft for your SEO blog. Now you need to go in there and noodle around with it. You need to go in there. That's just your first draft. It's a very rough first draft. And you want to use extensive prompts if possible, like we do, to make it really sound like you and your brand voice. But you get the picture. Like, this is how you simplify your marketing.
So coming from the person, I'm the business strategist. Your expertise is the marketing strategy.
Well,
so
thank you.
That sounded like a lot.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure rattling it off and kind of is a lot. So I'm coming from the side of things that it's like, whew, that seems like a lot. What do you think? Or what can you tell me to...
Let me simplify it.
Please simplify, just for our guests, because it's like, it is a lot. And you can do it on your own, and you usually have to start on your own. Am I right?
Yep, yeah. If you're a marketing director, you don't have a team, you're just by yourself. Even if you're the owner of the business right now, like, yes, there's some of these things you're gonna have to do yourself. You can't just not do it, right? So what I'm suggesting is find a question that people are asking online, and do a 5-minute video with you talking,
answering that
question.
Answering the question.
That's all you do. That's what we're doing here. We're providing an answer to a question.
Then you're going to opus.
Yep. So then there's other platforms, and you can put together like a checklist of these things. Like, you know what? Let's do that for this episode here.
This is great.
All right. So let's put together a checklist. We did this with episode 1 with the content box and kind of how you can do this. But yeah, I mean, step 1, you're going to record the video. After step 1, you research what you're going to talk about. Then you record the video answering that one question. Take that video, find your video editor of choice. There's Descript. You can edit by text now. Process the audio, like make it sound good. Audio matters more than video, believe it or not. Like, people will forgive poor video quality. They won't forgive poor audio quality. So make it look and sound good. Trim it up, and then run that transcript. Take the transcript, dump it into your ChatGPT, your Gemini, whatever it is you're using. Create that rough draft of that blog, and then use opus.ai to chop up the videos. Now, I'm telling you, if you're a novice, if you've never done this, like Tracy, if you sat down and did this, but you followed our checklist, first time it's going to take you maybe an hour and a half to do a full week, all your marketing right there. As you get this thing streamlined, it's going to take you like 30 to 45 minutes. Which it might take you a couple hours your first time, and then about 30
No, that makes sense. And just think, I mean,
your whole week.
Where technologies came from where it's been. And so there should be really, and I know it sounded a little complicated because you were listing off things, but it really is pretty simple.
It really is simple. Yeah, it is.
We're overthinking it.
Yes.
And I think it was just, but having that checklist and just here are the trusted resources and things you should do, I think is really going to make it for all people to accomplish. This would be something that everybody should be doing.
Yes, absolutely. And it's something anybody can do. So you need to be on these platforms. You need to be on Google. You need to be on YouTube. You need to be on TikTok, right? You can't just ignore them. And you can't have false assumptions. Like, you can't think, oh, TikTok is just dance videos. Most people, like 45% of Gen Z, get their news from TikTok. Like, that's where they get their news and information.
I've been shopping on TikTok.
I know, you and your husband buy the weirdest things. I'm not even going to tell you what Tracy buys on
Well,
TikTok.
There's been a lot of skincare coming. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've seen I saw the shopping list. There was a lot of skin exposed. So if you have Google, you have your SEO on your website with your blog, you're posting that there. You got your video, post that in the blog. I mean, you're covering all your bases. The last thing I want to say though is on a local SEO front and local search engine optimization front. How are you going to show up in Google searches locally? That's what we're talking about, right? So how do you show up in Google searches in your market? We're here in Omaha, Nebraska. So how do you do that? Well, Google Business Profile. Like, so, yeah.
Go ahead. I was just like, my brain is like really thinking about all this stuff local too.
Yeah.
Who do you for a business to use the local? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you about, like, you want to update your Google Business Profile at least once a week. You want to treat your Google Business Profile as if it's like your second website. That's your baby. That's going to drive the majority of your local traffic and business to your company. But I want to ask you, like, how else do you like optimize your local presence? Like, how do you get in front of networking groups? How do you speak in front of groups of people in the city chamber of commerce and all these different things? How do you get yourself in the news per se? Now, I don't mean like the news, like the late night news, 'cause nobody watches the news anymore. What I'm talking about is like the news, like you search and it's like there's a story about Tracy Winkler speaking at the Chamber of Commerce or what have you. How do you do that? Because you're brilliant at that. And I think that would really help people here.
Oh, well, goodness.
No pressure.
No pressure. A lot of it is speaking, but it is, I mean, utilizing different platforms and taking, my goodness, you're kind of throwing me for a loop here. Like, where are they finding me?
Well, yeah, you're very active. Like you are, you speak in front of groups and you go and you do all these different things. And like, I know it takes time to kind of build up that network and access, but like for somebody starting off, like we're telling them here, like, here are the things you need to do on a local level. Like, where do you even start? Do you just start joining these different groups, networking? Like, where did you begin?
You know, and there was some that I joined, some that I didn't need to, because it's really, where are the people, where's my ideal target market at?
Yeah.
What are they attending? And so I'm part of Vistage. I'm now a Vistage speaker. So I know you've been to EO and, you know, where are your target markets hanging out? So yes, I'm part of the chamber. That's kind of a give back to our community, but it's really about just getting out there and putting your message out there that's shared on socials, that's shared, they're sharing it. So it's a collaboration. And, you know, when I am speaking, I'm asking them to share and tag me. And so it's kind of it's a game, I guess I would say.
It's the old school in-person handshake. Like, what do they call it? Belly to belly, you know?
It's still belly to belly still works.
Still works.
There's where the trust comes in.
So, I mean, if I'm throwing this in, I know this is kind of a left turn, but I'm throwing this in as kind of an extra, but it is important. Like, so focus on those three things. Like, you can be on Google, you could be on YouTube, you could be on TikTok in like for a whole week. Every single day of the week, you can be on there, have a presence, have posts, have content on your website in like an hour of your time. We're talking an hour of your time.
You know, and this is coming to mind. It's like, if they're taking pictures of me, or someone is, while I'm speaking, and I just have someone taking with their phone some video of me, I can send that over and we can get that up and create some quick shorts.
Yeah.
And just, you know, it's content. And so as if people can grab that and grab pictures while I'm out there, so that's just also reinforcing and brand awareness by getting out there.
You got to feed the engine with fuel. It needs fuel, and it's the content. Content is not king. Content is the entire kingdom.
It is
It is everything right now. And so you're right. You got to be feeding that beast, getting the content everywhere you go. You're taking pictures, you're doing video, you're incorporating that into your social strategy. And trust me, it'll become second nature. It will become like, okay, this is just part of my routine.
It is. And that's one thing that and thank you for reminding me of that, because I was not thinking of myself. And there are times where I forget to get video and I can't, you know, recreate that.
Yeah, you can't go back.
And so it has to be an awareness that, okay, just get the phone or ask someone, can you quick take some pictures, or here's my phone, and,
which is,
you know, ask someone. Just, it's okay to ask someone to help you.
It feels weird because I'm just naturally not that person. I'm not that person who's like, I have to have the center of attention. I have to be on social media.
Don't.
And so it's hard sometimes, like I'll forget, but like it's important to make it fun. Like we bought like a old-fashioned Polaroid camera in the green room right next door. If you ever come by the studios here,
yeah, you gotta stop in the green room.
The green room next door, it's kind of our hangout conference room spot. We get clients in there. We take pictures with our Polaroid picture and put them on the wall. Like, find fun ways to create content. And like, I think everybody looks at this and they see this checklist. We started off with, here are the 3 sites you need to be marketing your business on: Google, YouTube, TikTok. And they say, I'm not on any of those. I don't even know where to start. And it feels overwhelming. You shut down, you throw your hands up, you maybe post a couple things on Facebook here and there, and it's like, just like a giant turd. It's just not working, you know? So let's try something different.
Have a little fun.
Hour of your time.
Don't be, and you've even said this to me, just be you.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect.
Yep.
You know, sound good. Good sound, good lighting is kind of the key.
Yes.
But, you know, people want to see the real you.
Yes. Yeah.
They want to know you, because if they're going to work with you, it's like, okay, I can relate to that person. I can relate to Matt.
Yep.
I want to work with Matt.
Yep. Exactly. So download the checklist. It is in the show notes. This checklist is similar to like the content box checklist we did in episode 1, but it's just breaking it down, making it even more simplified for you, because you can do this. You can knock this out a couple hours of your time when you're getting started. You'll trim that down to like 45 minutes per week. 45 minutes. 45
nothing.
minutes to have basically a marketing strategy just boom in your lap. So I hope the checklist helps. Thank you so much for joining us here on this episode of the Content Box Podcast. We need to get this up now. So we got to go edit this thing. We got to produce it up. We got to get it up on Google, YouTube, and TikTok, baby. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Tracy, are you editing this week's episode, right? No?
I am not.
You're
I am not. We're going to count on Myerden to be editing back
right.
in the...
We got Myerden, we got Brandon, we got the whole crew. They're going to be jumping in and chopping this thing up. So thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. The download is in the show notes. Click that link. Use your thumbs wisely.